I wanted to share some stuff with you. I have some YouTubes, and I hope this goes on there. Sorry, I'm Superman today. Dictionaries are very important, and I like picture dictionaries. Here's one from the Oxford Picture Dictionary. This happens to be in English and Spanish, and I like these because you could use them in a Spanish class and also use them in the ESO class if you had Spanish-speaking students. And they have all kinds of cool things. This is a cool example. The library, and it has everything labeled in English and Spanish. Saves a lot of time. This one is very comprehensive. Has everything from safety equipment, so it's very detailed. And I think you could use it with younger kids. I mean, you don't have to have a real simple one. But here's one on everything from taking a bath, doing your hair. It's an incredible amount of detail. And it also has the verbs in here: to wash, to rinse, to comb, to dry, dip conditioner, hair gel, clothing, jewelry, shopping, all kinds of cuts of meat. And this is from How to Study, Daily Routines. You know, it's amazing. 3,700 words in full color, 140 key topics, 12 thematic areas. These also can come, you can get these bilingual with everything: Russian, Cambodian, Japanese, Chinese, etc. So this is a cool one: geography. It's got the world and different. Now, if you want something a little more complex, and there are two of them here, this one's a little less demanding. If you want a really advanced dictionary, this dictionary uses a limited number of words for the definitions, probably about 2,000 words. So you don't have to look up the word that you have to look up for the dictionary definition. And it also has drawings in here. This from the Longman Company. It's a different one. Dictionary of American English. You have to be careful with the British. Slightly different. And this is a good dictionary just for Americans, you know. It's not as complicated or as intimidating. And it does have pictures, like a lot of stuff on bicycles. A lot of things that a native speaker may not know. What do you call that part of the bicycle that has cables, and the brake cable, you know? Somebody might call it a string or some kind of wire. It also has biographical stuff in here. So if you don't know who Mark Twain is, you find out in there. Now here's one, and they come with a CD, and it's this is a Longman Dictionary of American English with added color for easier use. Now, one of these dictionaries can be hugely valuable for a kid. So, and again, you can get these in different languages. Now, here's another one. This is, I think I have two of these. This is dictionary number 2. This is for younger kids, and it has historical things. Battle. What is a battle? Well, the Battle of Gettysburg shows different aspects. You can see it has this one over here: beat, bees, things with a bee. And I like these because they're just fun to look at, and they come with all kinds of extra materials. You can, obviously, it's not dirt cheap or anything, but one of these can make a difference in a child's life and make it, you know, as something they can use to look up words. I like them as reading books. Someone just wants to explore different types of things. Here's spider, cephalothorax, and the abdomen has the different parts of a spider. I didn't know what those were. The dreidel, I think it's dreidel, Jewish game, and you can spin it, as in the word spin. And so this is a much simpler dictionary, but again, picture dictionary, very colorful. And here's a real basic one, the Oxford Picture Dictionary, and this is a workbook. It goes with it so that kids can actually look up and do a worksheet of sorts. I think worksheets are good as long as they're not the main part of your teaching, but a birthday party or family, so there are themes to these. Treatments, going to the doctor, dairy products, household problems. I don't know what that would be. Okay, broken window, toilet that won't flush, stopped up sink, broken wall, and then dripping faucet. What do you get? An exterminator, flooded basement. What do you do if you have too many cockroaches? Assuming you don't eat cockroaches. Okay, so these are really cool, and I love these, and I'm got somebody I'll be working with here in our class that needs some of these. I'm going to see what I can do. I doubt if I have any more left, but I may just ship these out. So you know, if you have a need and whatever the resources are, I just wanted to show you those dictionaries. You can go online, look up dictionaries. I think the main thing you want to look for is colorful. You don't want fine print. You don't want a lot of things in there that are difficult for people to read or understand or pronunciation. So those are helpful. Now, I do want to add one more thing on to this video since I'm giving it to you, is the standards for ESL. And they call these, and you can buy one book that has these all in one. It's called Integrating ESL Standards into Classroom Practice. Do you have to have this? No, you can probably look these up online. I know lately the TESOL company's been a little more aggressive about protecting their material, but Delta Systems, where I got these, all that may have changed by now as people buy out all these people. Pearson seems to buy out everybody. But let's look at this one. I'm just going to read you a few of these. It gives all kinds of examples of activities you can do with kids. This is if you have the money to buy these. I'm not going to guarantee that this is worth the purchase, but I wanted to show you the standards. Here's one in the 3rd through 5th grade section. Goal 2, Standard 2. To use English to achieve academically in all content areas. Students will use English to obtain, process, construct, and provide subject matter information. Pretty basic. That's a very basic standard. Descriptors, retelling a story, selecting, connecting, and explaining information, representing information visually. I can send you some examples. They have examples in here, like Jamestown Colony is one of them. Another goal here is to communicate English in a social setting. Students will learn strategies to extend their communicative competence. A descriptor would be listening to and imitating how others use English. For instance, how to open a door and introduce someone to your parents. Maybe that's something they have to learn in basic ESL. An indicator is they can recite an opening saying with appropriate gestures. So maybe they welcome someone in the house. They say, "Oh, welcome, Mr. and Mrs. So-and-so," and then they allow them in the house. I'm gonna send you a few examples of these. You'll see these talked about in on the SciOut video. Basically, there's one book that has all these. These are simply examples, and I would not ask you to buy all these for $50 to $60 or even more, just so you can teach your class. The patterns for these standards are very predictable. The use of English in social situations, use of English in academic situations, basically. And then it's just a matter of whether they're writing papers or whether they're making a speech in class, an academic use of speech, or if it's social, maybe they're explaining the rules of a game to friends on the playground, and Bix and Calps, Bix and Calps. They bounce back and forth from both of those. So this is something that you can look up in terms of, you're going to see those in the examples of language objectives in the PSYOP tape. And then the content objectives, or whatever those are, they would be for an American history class or a second grade addition and subtraction exercise in math. But anytime you have people interact and they have to speak, then of course you go back to Bix, even though it's within an academic viewpoint. So these are some things I would never say buy this. I'm much more interested in dictionaries, better for you. I do have some story books, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put samples of those, actually for multicultural literature, but a lot of them are bilingual. I'm going to put those videos up for you to watch, and actually they're on YouTube. I'll just send you the sites, and you can see me in a slightly younger version of me with better combed hair maybe. And you'll see that I'm talking about books about African American history, talking about Muslim background. And I have several videos, and I talk about these books. I actually show you the books, and you can look at them. And I think it's rather interesting. I'll try putting this on YouTube, and so you know something about dictionaries. And I'm also doing a little research, and there's someone I'm going to be helping in our class, and I can't recall right this moment. When I go back to my emails, I'll be sending you some stuff. So, and I want to mention there's that place in Hastings that has material that can be loaned out in the state of Nebraska. Maybe I'll go down there next Monday, not this Monday, but the next. Okay. All right. Thank you.